I really like the way that Johny Ive talks. I used to watch the ads that he featured in over and over again. I've written down some of his favorite videos of mine, and I'm going to read them to you in an ASMR voice. This one is from the Apple Watch review. You know it's driven Apple from the beginning. This compulsion to take incredibly powerful technology and make it accessible, relevant, and ultimately personal. We've designed a range of products so personal, you don't put them on your desk or in your pocket, you wear them on your wrist. We conceived, designed, and developed Apple Watch as a completely singular product. You know, you can determine a boundary between the physical object and the software. We're introducing an unparalleled level of technical innovation, combined with a design that connects with the wearer at an intimate level to both embrace individuality and inspire desire. The watch senses that you're raising your wrist and then activates the display. You see an organization of apps that, while new, is somehow familiar. Navigation is fluid and vital. Magnifying content on a small display is fundamentally important. So we've developed a whole new interface specific to the challenges associated with a product this small. The digital crown is a remarkable input device. It fluidly zooms into apps. It enables nimble, precise adjustment, and critically, you can use it without obstructing the display. It's also the home button. Apps are designed for lightweight interaction. Smart replies and dictation let you respond quickly to messages. Glances let you swipe through information efficiently. And pressing the button below the digital crown instantly shows you friends you can contact in just seconds. And with digital touch, we've developed an entirely new way for you to interact intimately with others. You can get someone's attention with a gentle tap. You can send a quick sketch, or you can even share something as personal as your own heartbeat. These are subtle ways to communicate that technology often inhibits rather than enables. These apps all take advantage of the flexible retina display. It's been laminated to a machined and polished single crystal of sapphire. It's the second hardest transparent material after diamond. In addition to the digital crown, we've had to invent other input technologies designed specifically for a product this small. So as well as sensing touch, the display also senses force, quite literally adding a new dimension to the user interface. Tiny electrodes around the display recognize the difference between a tap and a press. This provides instant access to a whole range of contextually specific controls. For the first time, and with great intention, we've designed not only what you see, but also what you hear and feel. We've developed a linear actuator that provides haptic feedback to complement your interactions. This taptic engine, combined with the audio feedback from a water-resistant speaker, creates a discrete and nuanced experience. At the heart of the watch is a custom-designed chip that integrates many subsystems into one remarkably compact module, which is then completely encapsulated to protect the electronics. It's essentially miniaturizing an entire computer system onto a single chip. The zirconia back has 4 sapphire lenses. Infrared and visible light LEDs, along with photo sensors, detect your pulse rate. Using its gyroscope and accelerometer, and the GPS and Wi-Fi from your iPhone, the watch provides a comprehensive picture of your daily activity. This allows it to establish and suggest goals and reward fitness milestones. The back crystal also houses a unique charging solution that combines our MagSafe technology with inductive charging. Completely sealed, it requires no alignment or exposed contacts. Apple Watch is incredibly accurate. It uses multiple technologies, keeping time to ±15 milliseconds. We have worked closely with horological experts from around the world to help us understand the cultural and historical significance of timekeeping. And this has profoundly informed our design. We know that wearing something all day, every day, becomes as much about personal preference and self-expression as functionality. So we've designed a range of watch faces. You can personalize both their appearance and their capability. Precision extends way beyond the interface. We have designed 6 different straps and a mechanism that makes the straps easily interchangeable, with refinement and precision that's born of functionality. The Sport Band, in a range of bold colors, is made from a tough, durable, sweat and chemical resistant high-performance elastomer. The leather loop comes in a soft, quilted leather that conceals magnets for fastening and adjustment. We've used traditional leather, but in a new sports context that's designed for optimum comfort. The supple, handcrafted leather modern buckle closes with a solid metal clasp and wraps symmetrically around the wrist. The simple leather classic buckle references traditional watch vocabulary. And the stainless steel link bracelet has a slim deployment clasp that is contained within a 2.6mm band. The Milanese loop is crafted from a fluid, flexible stainless steel mesh with a magnetic closure that has an elegant simplicity and is infinitely adjustable. Of course, we knew one size wouldn't fit everyone, so we also developed a smaller watch with matching smaller straps. Now I want to read you the introduction to Apple Watch Steel. Stainless steel is both strong and beautiful. There's a reason it has long been used to make fine watch cases for Apple Watch. We start with an alloy of stainless steel known for its strength and corrosion resistance. We then customize it through a series of alloying and processing steps to make it even stronger. While in its molten state, the composition of the metal is tightly controlled to minimize impurities and ensure hardness. This is followed by a specialized cold forging process that helps to make the metal up to 80% harder and less susceptible to nicks and scratches. The forgings are then machined in a 12-station multi-axis milling machine, achieving highly accurate uniformity across the case. It's polished to a pristine mirror finish. For the space black stainless steel, an additional diamond-like carbon layer is added to achieve a durable finish and a brilliant appearance. The bands receive the same careful consideration. Each links bracelet is made from more than 140 individual parts. The Milanese loop is made from fine steel coils, woven together to create a flowing mesh with a fabric-like feel. With stainless steel, we have given a traditional material a new expression. Apple Watch Sport. Aluminium is naturally strong and lightweight. It's the ideal material for Apple Watch Sport. Our engineers have custom designed a new alloy. It is 60% stronger than standard alloys, but just as light. This requires precision alloying. Raw aluminium of exceptional purity is first heated to a molten state. Tightly controlled amounts of magnesium and zinc are then added. As these elements bind together, they form a protective compound that strengthens the metal. The alloy is then poured, jet-cooled, and cast. A high-temperature treatment minimizes uneven chemistry in the billets and ensures proper grain structure. Next, a finely tuned extrusion process creates a uniform surface, free of defects. After being meticulously formed, each case is machined, buffed, and then textured with microscopic zirconia beads to achieve a consistent satin finish. Finally, anodizing creates a hard, clear outer layer that helps protect against nicks and scratches. We believe this aluminium alloy sets a new standard, both in the way it looks and the way it performs. Apple Watch Edition. We wanted to appeal to a wide range of personal styles. So with Apple Watch Edition, we're working with a uniquely luxurious metal, 18 karat solid gold. We're using both yellow and rose gold. Each is a custom alloy designed to be not only beautiful, but up to twice as hard as standard gold. It begins at the molecular level, where precise adjustments in the amount of silver, copper, and palladium in the alloy result in a very specific hues of yellow and rose gold. Next, we use a new hardening process developed by our metallurgists to strengthen a metal that is naturally very soft. The molten gold is cast not into the shape of the watch, but into solid ingots. These ingots are then precisely milled to remove any imperfections. They are then compressed to a fraction of their original size, creating dense, pore-free billets. Ultrasonic scanners are used to detect even the most minute defects in the metal. From these solid billets, we machine the watch housing as well as individual components, like the digital crown and the clasps for our straps. Finally, each case is hand-polished to an immaculate sheen by highly skilled jewelry artisans. The result is gold that is elegant, yet uncompromisingly durable. Such a beautiful day out here. iPhone 7. We have created a product that is the most deliberate evolution of our original founding design. An aluminium body is formed. What? We have created a product that is the most deliberate evolution of our original founding design. An aluminium body and form sheet of glass describe a singular shape, one made with very few and very precisely engineered parts. Our obsession remains to continuously simplify and improve. From sculpting the camera housing directly out of the aluminium body to embedding the antenna within the enclosure, essentially making it disappear. Each refinement serves to bring absolute unity and efficiency to the design. To define one truly uninterrupted form, we've developed a whole new process to achieve a high-gloss black finish. This begins with the rotational 3D polishing. A specialized compound flows over the intricate geometries of the housing, removing imperfections, establishing a seamlessness between materials, and producing a pristine, mirror-like surface. The enclosure then goes through an anodization process, which creates a protective oxide layer. A single component dye is absorbed through a capillary effect to ensure maximum saturation while actually becoming part of the surface itself. Finally, a magnetized ultrafine ion particle bath is used to polish the anodized layer to a superior high shine. When complete, iPhone 7 is the most singular, the most evolved representation of this design. iPhone 6s. With iPhone and multi-touch, we introduced a whole new way to interact with technology. Tapping, swiping, and pinching have forever changed the way we navigate and experience our digital world. Until now, these gestures have been defined by a singular plane in two-dimensional space. For iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, we're introducing an entirely new interaction and a whole new dimension to the way you experience your iPhone. It's made possible by a technology called 3D Touch. This is the next generation of multi-touch. For the first time, along with recognizing familiar gestures, iPhone also recognizes force, enabling new gestures, peek and pop. 3D Touch works on the home screen, giving you shortcuts to the things you do frequently. It also works inside applications themselves. Press lightly, and it gives you a peek at the content. Continue pressing, and it pops you into the content itself. Sensors embedded in the display read how hard you're pressing and react in a smooth, linear way. This is a dynamic system deeply integrated into iOS 9. You can dip in and out of where you are without losing a sense of your context. It provides distinct tactile feedback for your actions, letting you know exactly what you've done and what to expect. While the way that you use 3D Touch is simple, the engineering behind it is some of our most advanced. At its heart are capacitive sensors integrated into the backlight of the Retina HD display. With each press, these sensors measure microscopic changes in the distance between the cover glass and the backlight. These measurements are then combined with signals from the touch sensors and accelerometer to provide fast, accurate, and continuous response to finger pressure. For a truly communicative experience, we've had to develop a more precise level of haptic feedback. While the vibrating system on a typical phone requires 10 or more oscillations to reach full power, the Taptic engine in iPhone 6s reaches peak output in just one cycle and stops just as quickly. This allows us to create shorter, more distinct feedback events, like a mini tap lasting just 10 milliseconds, and a full tap, which lasts 15 milliseconds. Perhaps more than any other system we've designed, 3D Touch is a clear example of how hardware and software, developed together, can work to define a singular experience. This is the next generation of multi-touch. This makes this iPhone the most advanced iPhone we've ever created. iPhone 5C. The iPhone 5C is in many ways the distillation of what people love about the iPhone 5. It's simpler, more essential, yet just more capable, and certainly more colorful. We believe the iPhone is an experience as defined by hardware and software working harmoniously together. We continue to refine that experience, dramatically blurring the boundaries between the two, making it more powerful, more intuitive, and ultimately more useful. iPhone 5C is beautifully, unapologetically plastic. Multiple parts have been reduced to a single polycarbonate component whose surface is continuous and seamless. I think that designs with a real coherence are the result of developing form, material, and color in unison, each element informing and in many ways defining the other, creating a significant and meaningful design. Just as with its appearance, we took the same fanatical care of how the iPhone 5C feels on your hand. That sense of quality and integrity that's synonymous with the iPhone. That meant developing the design by creating a whole new structural architecture. It starts with a single piece of polycarbonate, into which we install a steel-reinforced frame, creating a bespoke assembly that doubles as an antenna. We then add the rear plate. We then machine holes for the buttons, ensuring perfect alignment. And then the entire assembly goes through multiple finishing processes, including a clear lacquer hardcoat that creates a durable and incredibly glossy surface. This whole process culminates in an extraordinary rigid structure and a solid, dense feel that you wouldn't expect from a plastic product. My mouth is very tired. I'm gonna go eat a banana and maybe a sandwich, and then hug someone. Sending you virtual hugs.